Hi, I'm Owen Fitzpatrick, author of the book, Charismatic Edge, and creator of the online Charisma Training Academy. And in this part of the Success Series video series, I want to talk to you about doing admin work and doing business work. You know, I'm a self-employed person, like many of you watching are an entrepreneur. And many of you, I'm sure like me, are in a similar situation in that you've got stuff that you have to do that you don't like doing. Could be like accounts, could be responding to emails, could be filtering emails, could it be like collecting receipts, could be like, you know, filling out tender applications or whatever. Could be like talking to people like human beings, like, oh, blah, you know, I'm joking, I actually enjoy talking to people. Like, it's one of the things that I enjoy. Most people, not the people who are rude or mean to me, just the people who are nice. But anyway, there's lots of different things that we don't like to do. And if you don't like to do it, how do you get it done and how do you motivate yourself to get it done? Well, part of it's about understanding what motivation is and part of it's about understanding what discipline is. Motivation is the ability you have, that I believe that you have, to be able to feel like doing something. Discipline is that you're going to do it regardless of how you feel. So discipline to me is independent of motivation, whereas motivation is something that you get yourself into that state where you want to do it. I find that for me, this particular admin work is something that I'm disciplined to do. So it's something that I automatically do and it becomes a natural part of the habit. But even if you are trying to motivate yourself to be able to get it done, there's a couple of things that might be useful. First of all, whenever you've got a block of things you have to do, let's say you've got accounts to do for 3 hours, give yourself something to look forward to after the fact. So after you've done that accounts, give yourself something to look forward to so you can enjoy that experience afterwards. So as you're going through the accounts and getting stuck in, you've got the light at the end of the tunnel. You can then know that you've got something that you'll soon be able to get done or achieve or experience, that break that you'll be able to go on, that you know, bit of fun that you give yourself, that gives you something afterwards. So you're not just going from that block of horrible stuff to more horrible stuff. You're structuring in that way. You're scheduling it in that way. By doing it that way, you're much more likely to feel motivated and you're much more likely to find yourself actually making progress on it. The second thing to do is to be able to chunk it effectively. So instead of having a massive amount going on my accounts and knowing they'll take 2 days, instead, if you've got enough time for it, sequence are structured out so you do it in 4 clumps. So, okay, I've got to do 3 or 4 hours on Monday, 3 or 4 hours Tuesday, 3 or 4 hours Wednesday, and each time giving yourself a break or giving yourself something to look forward to after it. By chunking it in that way, it gives you the opportunity to be able to make it so that it's far easier to do. A lot of people see things as overwhelming, and when you're overwhelmed, it immediately makes you feel trapped and stuck, and you feel inertia, and it's like, oh, too much stuff, and you don't do it. Whereas instead, when you actually chunk it out and you make it so that it's in different blocks and it's easier, more digestible chunks for you, it makes you much more likely to be able to get it done, much more likely to be able to get through the workload and get it out of the way so you don't have to worry about it anymore. Another thing that's useful in terms of about admin work is to be able to understand why you're doing it. Why is it that you're doing your accounts? And to begin to value the different pieces of what you have to do as something that is imperative for your business to work. So noticing and being aware of the benefits to getting organized as effectively as possible and making sure that you're making results and making progress on it is something that you need to be aware of and you need to remind yourself of, because there's only one thing worse than struggling with admin work, and that's struggling with admin work when you don't see the point. By seeing the point, by reminding yourself of the point, it makes it a billion times easier. One other thing that I will suggest is there's 2 things to remember whenever you're trying to get work like that done. One is you remember what you want to achieve at the end. So with that, for example, 3 or 4 hour block for accounts, you know, at the end of the 4 hours, I want to be here. I want to have this done. And that's really, really important. But as well as that, the second thing is you want to be able to look at the same 4 hours and go, how can I make this better? What are the things that I can do now and use as a template or a system or a process or an operation for the next time? How can I make sure that the next time I do this, it's a lot easier? By taking away those 2 learnings every single time you do it, you're much more likely to actually be able to get your admin done when you need to do it in the most effective way. So in summary, whenever you've got admin work to do, make sure that you, first of all, put it into a block and give yourself something to look forward to at the end of it. By having something to look forward to and by being able to make it so that it's just in that chunk, it will make it far easier for you actually to be able to get through it and get to the other side. Also making sure that you're chunking it out so that you're separating it out if it's a big piece so it doesn't overwhelm you. Instead, you feel it's very organized, it's very clear, very easy for you to do. And it's also vital for you to be able to make it so that when you're thinking through admin work and you're thinking through what it is that you want to be able to do, you remember why you're doing it. And not only do you remember why you're doing it, you remember what is it that you want to achieve at the end and how can you make the process easier to do in the future. Look, we all have stuff we have to do, but you need to remember why it's important and getting it done in a way that's conducive to you feeling good and getting to the stuff and the part of your job that you love. I really hope this was useful and of value. For now, I'm Owen Fitzpatrick. Go out into the world, impact the world impacts you, be a legend in your own lunchbox, get all that admin work done, and please, part of that admin work should be liking me on Facebook, following me on Twitter, subscribing to my YouTube channel, sharing this video to anyone else who needs help with working, and together, we're gonna make sure we tackle all that crap together. I said together twice there, that's okay. Thanks for watching.